The Lenovo Legion Go, AMD Z1 Extreme processor, 49.2 milliamp battery, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive, and an 8.9 inch screen. Only the great outdoors can contain this machine. Okay, so maybe it's not that big, but is it too big for you or just right? Let's unbox it and find out. Hey guys, Jamie here with The Point of It All. Today we'll be unboxing the brand new Lenovo Legion Go handheld. Now I have to use the word handheld loosely here because this device may not be for the hands of everyone. If you're someone with small to even average size hands, you may want to reconsider how you use this device or whether or not it's even for you. And I'm going to show you guys some comparisons between this device, the Asus ROG Ally, and the Steam Deck, and even the Nintendo Switch as well. But I have to warn you, if you're looking to get this device, you have to understand that you will not appreciate the sheer size of this device until you have it in your hands. Like every video you've watched leading up to the launch of this device does not do the size justice. It's bigger than what it appears in these videos, way bigger. And that isn't a good or bad thing, it's just a fact. So without further ado, let's unbox this bad boy. I've already had it out of the box, put it through its paces a little bit, see what it can do. And I'm just gonna relive that experience with you guys real quick. For Lenovo, I gotta say, Lenovo makes really good hardware. I've had a laptop. I had the Lenovo Yoga 9i, the Yoga Book 9i, with the two 13.3 inch screens on the top and bottom. And that device to this day is still the most impressive piece of tech that I've had in my hands ever. And I can't wait to actually own one of these days. So Lenovo, hats off. They've done it again with this device as well. It's made of plastic for the most part, but it's built like a tank. And I'll show you guys that as well. But let's get it open real quick and see what's inside. You know, when I first got this out of from UPS, I was wondering, like, why in the world is this box so huge for a handheld? Like, what kind of packing did they do, right? But as you'll see, it's all the device. All right, so, and they do a good job of packing their stuff as well. Lenovo is quickly becoming one of my favorite hardware companies out there. Now, if you're coming from a Steam Deck, you'll notice the packaging is very similar. The Steam Deck came shipped very similar to this, with the plastic sleeve and then the system itself in its own carrying case. But before we get to that, this box has the power supply. It's a 65 watt adapter, and you'll need all 65 watts of that to charge this huge battery. And it takes a while to charge as well. So if you're using it while charging it, it'll take you forever to top off at 100. But if you put it in standby or just let it park and charge it out that way, it'll be a lot faster. But here's the brick. This is very similar. In fact, it's identical to the brick that came with my laptop, my Lenovo Yoga Book 9i. I don't like that the cord doesn't come off, but it is what it is. I mean, this is just how they roll, I guess. Also, and this is nitpicking, but I don't know why this wrapping part here is so long. Like, it really just gets in the way a lot of times. I'm trying to wrap it up for quick use, but we're gonna put this to the side. You can see on the side, it is 65 watts, right? You can see that, 65 watts. So put that to the side real quick. And let's get to the main attraction here. Here's what you hear, the Lenovo Legion Go. It's big. Nothing else in the box, just a warranty card from Lenovo. So we're gonna put the box aside. Nice box though, I love the box. It's really cool. All right, so put that aside. Now on the back, this cutout actually tells you some highlights of what the device can do and what form factors it can take. Of course, you see the main handheld mode here, and then you see the first-person shooter mode where you can actually undock the controllers and use the right controller with a pedestal or a mount that slides back and forth on your desk. It's pretty cool. I haven't used that mode yet, and I thought I ever will, but at some point I'll try it out. And then this, of course, is the docked mode at your PC monitor. Here it even tells you on the outside what the buttons and configurations are a little bit. But we can see that for ourselves just once we crack this bad boy open. Oh, right side up. There we go. So let's just slide it out. Put that sleeve to the side. Now, again, like the Steam Deck came with its own carrying case, and so does the Lenovo Legion Go. Is it better? I don't think so. Maybe in one regard, because it has a charging port cut out for, you can see right, I don't know if you can see through there, but here you can stick your charging cord, your adapter, right through there and charge it while it's in the case, which is a nice touch. But you'll notice that there's no place for the power adapter itself. Like, there's nowhere to put it. And as you'll see, the device takes up all the space in this case. It's a nice hard turtle shell case, though, a very nice case. Very similar to the Steam Deck. Very similar. Same material and everything. And there she is in all her glory, the Lenovo Legion Go. Word of advice, be sure that when you put this back in the case, you put the flap on the bottom, because it's a pain in the butt to try to pull this out. Otherwise, it's a really snug fit, which isn't a bad thing. You don't want your device wobbling around and shaking around there anyway. So we'll pull that slot up there. All right. And in the case, you can see on the bottom, there is a place for the first-person shooter adapter, where you'll take off your right joystick and pop it in there. So that's kind of cool. But there's no room for the power adapter. Like, literally, there's no room for it. So if you're like me, you're going to have your own carrying case anyway that has enough space for all of your gear, because this case, while it's nice for the Legion Go by itself, it isn't going to get the job done in most cases. So we're going to put this to the side real quick. Now, I'm going to boot this. Well, let's do a quick tour real quick. As the case showed, you have a charging port for the USB-C on the bottom. You've also got one on the top here as well. Here, you got your micro SD card slot here, volume up, volume down, power buttons here, headphone jack here, heat ventilation here, heat ventilation on the back as well. The speakers are here and they sound great. They just don't get very loud. So I use my headphones anyway, not a big deal. And on the back of the device, you can see all the different buttons and configurations here. These release buttons here are how you remove the controllers. I did it once and it's not really like the Switch, the way you remove the Switch buttons, because it just doesn't feel, it's just not as intuitive, you know. I don't know if my buttons are stuck or stick, but it's, I don't know. It takes a little more effort to get these controllers off. Maybe they just need broken in. But on the front of the device, you'll notice that you've got a touchpad, which the Asus ROG Ally or ROG Ally does not have, and I miss that. You really want a touchpad when you're navigating Windows and whatnot. Of course, you have your right joystick, right thumbstick, left thumbstick. This is the Legion Space shortcut button here. Then you have your start and select button here, just like the Xbox controller that you'll find for the most part. And then this is for a quick settings tab when you're in the Legion Space. I'll get to that app in a second. Then on the top, you've got your left bumper button, right bumper button. Now the right bumper button goes all the way to the side, down the side of the right joystick. And that's when you're using it in first person or the first person mouse mode. You need that layout there as well. And then there's the extra, I'm guessing that's the extra left mouse button as well. You don't have that second button on the left side joystick, right? Here's the release that you would press to get that to get the controller off there, right? And there's one here as well. So let's try it real quick. Let's try to take that off, see if it's easier. This thing is so freaking big. I feel like I'm gonna break it off, but I don't know, I'll take some practice. I'll get used to it at some point. But this is a device, so I'm gonna power it on, and it boots up really fast, like really fast. So we'll boot that on. While it's booting up though, I wanted to show you guys some quick comparisons here. I've got my Steam Deck here, right? here, and I mean, it feels like a toy after handling the Legion, the Legion Go. It feels like a toy. I mean, it just feels so much smaller, right? Just crazy. And I think it's the grips. The grips on the Legion Go are just mammoth. I mean, they really take up all of my hand space, right? And then I've got, whoops. Then I've got my Asus ROG Ally here as well. Now the Ally, unlike the Steam Deck and the Legion Go, it doesn't have the contoured grips that you'll find on these two handhelds. It's just more flat, right? And again, after handling the Legion Go, this feels like a toy as well. I mean, it's like a Fisher Price toy compared to the Legion Go, right? And then one more comparison real quick, so I can grab this. This is the OLED switch, and I've got it paired with my Ori pads. And again, it feels like a toy compared to the Ally, not even close. So I'm gonna put these to the side. Now, even though I've just given you guys a visual comparison with these devices, it still does not do the mere size of this thing justice. It just doesn't. It just feels really big in my hands. And I know, you know, here's what I've learned right away, that it's really hard to discuss this device without coming into the "that's what she said" jokes. I mean, there's just no way around it, because you're talking about the size primarily. And I know, get it all out of your system right while you can. But have fun with that as well. But yeah, it's just a massive device, and that's neither good or bad. As long as you know what you're getting into, it's not good or bad. So let's crack it open real quick. I'm gonna put my pen in, away from prying eyes, of course. Here we go. All right, so now there are trade-offs, obviously, right? If you want a massive screen like this, it's going to come in a bigger device, and that bigger device is probably going to come with a heavier weight and larger space in your hands and all that stuff. Is it worth it to you? It really depends on what your expectations are and what your use case is. If you're going to use it in a docked mode for the most part, I would say, why even bother getting it? Why not just get a PC that's capable of gaming already there? If you want to take it with you on the go occasionally, then now you're talking about this device. Is it a permanent? Is it great on the road all the time? No, it's just too big. I mean, at least for me, I can't see carrying this. It's not going to be my daily driver. Let's just say that. It's just not going to be. I mean, it's just way too big for that. Now, I forgot about the kickstand real quick. And the kickstand is very, very much like the Switch. You can see, it doesn't lay, I don't think it covers as much ground as the Switch does. I don't think it lays as flat, but it's really nice. Really nice. It's better than the kickstand on the original Switch, which is horrible, right? And the Ally doesn't have kickstand at all. It does come with this cardboard cutout kickstand that looks like they 3D printed it before they released the device. But this is a device. Now, when it boots up, it boots into the Legion Space app, which is their curating app for all of your games and whatnot. Now, what sets this app apart from the Asus ROG Ally, is that there's actually a game store attached to this app. Like, you can actually buy games right through this app. It's got its own store, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure about the pricing. I didn't see anything really low that might encourage me to buy. I've got a pretty big Steam library anyway. So that part isn't going to do a lot for me. Also, yeah, there we go. Yeah. So you can navigate this entire app with just the joysticks, with just the joysticks and buttons and the trackpad. Like, the B button doesn't take you back to the main screen, which is kind of weird, I think. You have to use the touchpad, I think. It's supposed to, maybe this is the home screen. That's weird. Yeah, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, the B button wasn't working to get me back to my main menu. So again, real quick, you can see your entire library of games here as well. And it defaults to recently played, but you can also go to all games as well. And this pulls games from your Steam library as well as all your different third-party apps like Epic Game Store, Xbox Game Pass, and the EA app as well. A couple others I'm sure as well. And when you launch your game, it's going to open up Steam in the background. That's kind of annoying, but there's no way around that. You can see where, there we go. So Steam boots up. Now, what I did notice through the few games that I did play is that you're not going to be playing these games on max settings with this device. It's just not going to work. I booted up Jasant yesterday. Last night I played it for a little bit, and I had to lower the settings down to medium or low before it even ran because it kept crashing. And I don't know if optimization of the app can fix that with updates or not, but out of the box, it was not going to work. I even had to change the settings in the PGA Tour app from EA Sports. I had to drop down to medium or low as well because the frame rate was just not very good. Do I recommend this device? Again, just know what it is that you're getting. I would encourage you, before you buy it, I would really encourage you guys to go to Best Buy or any other store, or maybe your friend already has one, and actually get this thing in your hands so you know what to expect from the size. Again, the size isn't bad as long as you know what you're getting into. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, please like and subscribe to your channel if you like it. I bought this device with my own money, so help me pay for it by clicking on the likes and reviews and comments and all that stuff. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I appreciate you watching again. Peace. I'm out.